Hi everybody, and welcome to our third part of was and were. Now this video is only for advanced students, okay? If you're low intermediate, even an intermediate or a beginner, please go back to our first two videos that we made. We made one for the beginners, I made one for the intermediates, but this one really, you need to be B2, B2 plus or a C1 to watch this video. So are you ready, advanced people? I am gonna fry your brain with two of the simplest words in the English language, was and were. Let's see if you can keep up. Was and were, easy peasy. Yeah, no problem. Well, let's see, okay? If I said to you in Spanish, ¿cuántos años tenía tu padre cuando naciste? Quickly, go. How old was your father when you were born? You've got to be able to do this instantly. If you took longer than that time to translate it, you need to work on your oral agility, the ability to translate sentences into any tense as quick as possible. This is essential. You're advanced. You don't want to be panicking over basic things like was and were. Ready for the next translation? Okay, let's go. ¿Cuántos años tenían tus abuelos cuando nació tu padre? 3, 2, 1, go. How old were your grandparents when your father was born? Did you manage to do it in the time? We'll see. Okay, right. So let me ask you a little bit slower now. How old was your dad when you were born? Okay, so if I ask myself, Lee, how old was your dad when you were born? My dad was 26 when I was born. How old were your grandparents when you were born? My grandparents were about 50 when I was born. Okay? How old were your grandparents when your uncle was born? My grandparents were about 40 when my uncle was born. How old was your sister when you were born? My sister was 2 when I was born. How old were your parents when you were born? Go, quickly. Okay, you got it. Right, so was and were, you think it's simple, but the moment you have to put was and were in the same sentence, or two was's, or you're going into a third conditional, you need to have the ability to go very, very, very quickly between the two and make sure your word order is correct. Is it affirmative or is it negative? Yeah. Where were you yesterday? You were in the park yesterday. You've got to be able to do that quickly. You don't want to say something stupid like where you were yesterday. Yeah, where you were yesterday. Or even worse, where was you yesterday? You're not advanced if you make that mistake, okay? So you need to be careful of this and really, really practice was and were in the same sentences. So write some sentences in Spanish, okay? And then translate them into English. Yeah. ¿Cuántos años tenía Elvis Presley cuando se fue a India por la primera vez? ¿Ok? ¿Cuántos años tenía Princess Diana cuando se murió? Cuando murió. How old was Princess Di when she died? Died. Okay, so you can make your own translation exercises on things that you're maybe a little bit weak on. So do try that, okay? But what you could do is you could go here, okay, for the podcast, the audio of this video. And on that video, you're going to have a lot of translation exercises where you'll have the Spanish sentence and then very quickly you have to translate it in English. You'll only have a couple of seconds and it will be like those exercises before. Okay? ¿Cuántos años tenía tu padre cuando naciste? ¿Cuántos años tenía tu padre cuando naciste? And you're going to have to do it very, very quickly. There's no point being able to translate things slowly. Anybody could do that. If you're a C1, an advanced level student, you need to be able to do things quickly and instinctively, okay? There's a difference between remembering something and just knowing something, okay? And translations are a great way, just translating sentences. So in the podcast version of this video, you have the video, which is very short for this video, but then also you've got comprehension exercises and translation exercises, okay? Click here if you'd like some interactive exercises on the computer about was and were, or click here for the next video that we've made. As you can see there, the topic, okay? And check that out. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you're going to be practicing was and were in the future, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.